G'day, 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 you bunch of bloody legends. LuzrBum back in the house with some more high quality, high production value internet content. Now, as you know, I was offline for practically 4 weeks, middle of September to middle of October. It was basically like the Fortnite black hole event. People were super angry and frustrated. Apologies again. And 2 videos ago, I mentioned why was that? Well, it was because I accidentally wound up on Mars because I had an error when configuring my Google Maps. Now, half of the people in the comments said, LuzrBum, you're lying, you're full of you're not telling the truth. And the other people say, LuzrBum, you're the greatest in the world. Explain to us how the hell you got on Mars. Tell us more. Obviously, the second half of those people are fans of distinction and intellect, and the first half are a bunch of mouth-breathing parasites who are basically wasting oxygen. But it's all right. Love you guys. All the fans are the best. So, how did this happen? So we know what Mars looks like. There's the picture up there on monitor 2. Yep, here we have some footage from one of the old Mars rovers. This is what it's like. Yeah, a bit dry, a bit rocky. It's very red, but that's actually an illusion. We'll talk about that just in a moment. And here I am. Here's me on Mars taking a selfie. That stuff you see in the background, which looks like clouds, that's actually sandstorms. So because the atmosphere is so thin and the gravity is so low, much lower on Mars, the sand dust in the sky actually looks like clouds. So that's totally not clouds up there. And yeah, that red shift you see on all the orbiter pictures, on the all rover pictures from NASA, like this stuff, they actually put a red filter over the pictures at NASA because it's the red planet, and if they didn't do that, people wouldn't believe that these are actual pictures from Mars. But if you do it without the filter, this is what it looks like. And yep, we have a couple of more pictures in that direction. Let's see. Here's some more. Yep, that's a different one. Here you see a little bit of the red, more of the sandstorm in the background. Here some more, and actually while we were up there, found out, breaking news, there's actually life on Mars. There are actual aliens up there, and they have laser guns. We surprised one. I guess he was pretty peaceful, but he got scared, so he shot at us with his laser gun, and here's what happened. Like, melted the rock on the floor and made this little nodule. You have the molten bits of metal in the middle, but after he realized his error, you know, he said, oh fuck, it's LuzrBum, right? I'm sorry, and he just ran away. So yeah, some more fans. Remember, up there on Mars, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and tell all of your Martian and Venusian friends to like, share, and subscribe. So yeah, 10 million aliens on my YouTube feed. That would be kind of cool. Very high ping, though, on Mars. Anyway, yep, that's some of that stuff. Let's see, what other pictures have I got? Oh, yeah, I did one of them here. Google Street View, 3D pictures, kind of panorama. Because I was doing the panorama, you actually see the rental car in the picture 3 times. So, yep, very impressive, very dry. That's Mars for you. What we see at the bottom right actually looks like an artifact. You know, when you take a panorama, sometimes you cut people's legs off. That's what it looks like, but that's an illusion. That's actually a special kind of Mars crystal, which by some weird coincidence looks like a shin in a white tennis shoe. It's easy to get confused. The human brains always want to recognize patterns, which they know. Anyway, so I know that some of you who understand a bit more about physics and cars will say, how the heck do you take a white, boring rental car like this and get to Mars? Surely 11.2 kilometers a second escape velocity on Earth. Cars are only meant to drive on the road. It's a bit technical, but just to explain, well, first, you're absolutely right. A car doesn't have enough energy normally in the tank to get to Mars. There's just not, especially these little ones with the 40-liter tanks, it's just enough. So that's why, and this is a trick, and the people who ask this question should know this, we use a trick which goes way back to the days of even the moon landings, right? It's called a gravity assist. So after starting driving, putting the music on, and that's why I was distracted, and I was just following the instructions, what we did is, whoops-a-daisy, here we go. We first took off, flew, and then went past the moon, right? And because the moon has a gravity, we went into a sort of orbit around it, but it wasn't an orbit where we were circling. It was more, we did a couple of rounds and then escaped a bit like a slingshot. So we did that once around the moon, then back around the Earth again. Earth's much bigger, gives you a better gravity assist, back around the moon again, which in the meantime has moved. And then from there, we had enough gravity to get onto Mars and land on the surface. And on the way back, same thing, but backwards. That's why we managed to get this crummy little rental car to Mars and back on a single tank of gas. See, Greta Thunberg is right. If you use your brain and are careful about resources, we don't need to use quite as many carbon-based fuels as we are today. Anyway, I think that's about it for today. So I hope that's the mystery solved. You all up there, be careful on Mars. Wi-Fi is really crap. There's no oxygen. There's no water. But now here's a few, you saw a few tips how to go there yourself. Be sure to protect the environment up there. Don't leave any bacteria from your skin up there because they might take over the planet and then attack us. So be a little bit careful. Anyway, you heard it here first. You're all a bunch of bloody legends. I'm LuzrBum and I'm out of here.